Hey, so we're having some power down. Not having electromagnetic temptation for EMF gang stalkers who are still around terrorizing Billy, who's himself, and the greater Northwest, the country and the world, the front men for the Antichrist International Army, and that's what it is, gang stalking. It's no small operation. They're behind like trillions in Satanism and sunk costs for the same plot to enslave every man, woman, and child. And so I've developed, some theories on how you would, in a fifth interpretation of the second coming, nuts and bolts, actually destroy this world of sin. Well, you got to get past the dumb on so many levels. The deep underground military bases, them snake holes, the infrastructure that the reptilian and others have already devised to weather any surface interruptions or disruptions. So you would need something a little more power than fission. You would actually need fusion. And then a type of goo or nanotech that would deconstruct all of reality, all of the bandwidths of reality, everything within a neat area, and then stop, have an end program. So, and this is some of the worst crime in existence, and we would also have to deal with the moon too. So that you would have a fusion, literal nuclear weapon arsenal that could take out the moon, and then enough of the surface of the Earth to disrupt any previous reptilian infrastructure. So you got to get past the dumb on so many levels. Plus, TIs are assaulted with very few word torture language.
I love you, Ivanka Trump. I want to be your best guy ever.
Torture language. So you really have to get past the dumb on so many levels. You may need your own space. Billy's pissed off at these gang stalkers. He's pissed off at everything. So you got to get past the dumb. The fission's not going to do it. You need the fusion. And you got to get the moon and the apple. So the apple is the Earth because of this transhuman shit. It's some of the worst crime in existence. What the fuck are you doing again? The apple of Sinyan. The nanos. And then the moon, because they're really mean aliens. No, it's not about them.
Let's get in the fucking B2. Get in your Marine One and take it to Oregon. Take it to Madras, Oregon. Get Dennis Conan on the line right now. He lives in fucking Madras, Oregon.
They shouldn't be able to memory wipe us. They really.
Gals and shit. Get down, Junior, on it. Fuck yeah.
Billy's having some conversations. But so you'd have to get the moon too. So that's the apple, is the Earth, the Sinyan, and they're doing it to the humans. It's not the humans' fault. And then the moon for the slavery systems, the double Sinyan. And then you combine that together in a fusion cocktail mix, right? And then what's important, the emphasis of the goos, instead of greygoo, the fear of it, it just never stops. It just deconstructs all reality into a gelatinous goo. No, you have an slash end sign with a sandwich. So you would actually have to couple up. You'd have to couple up that with nanos to deconstruct everything and then stop. So that's how you would correctly, nuts and bolts, fifth interpret a second coming of a Jesus that was like, I can't stand this world of sin. The nano's too bad. Let's end it. And so you would do it with fusion weaponry at the moon and most of the Earth, and then you have to follow it up with nanos with an end program that would stop deconstructing the Earth and then just leave a gelatinous goo, like on all the levels, right? So it's the correct fifth interpretation on nuts and bolts on how to end this world of sin. Also, a delicious cocktail, right? So you have the fusion. You got your apple and your mango. Is it going? Okay, apple mango fusion, and then you got the salty edge of the glass for the goose that stops the salt. Right, to salt the fields, and then you got some cherries in there to for the two detonations of the fusion weaponry at the moon and the Earth. So it's the correct fifth interpretation.
I think about you all the time.
And a delicious cocktail.
I think about you.
So always mixing it up. Always just mixing it up. But it's not. We're not talking no fission.
Oh my God, get
no.
over there right now.
First of all, we got to get past the dumb on so many levels.